How's it going, you crazy hooligans? Oh, hell yeah. Wait, let me check my microphone's on. Microphone's on. Get in there. Step one of streaming for the day. We chilling. How's everyone doing today? Christian, hello. Royal, hello. Hazel, let's freaking go. Before I'm even in my chair, I get QM. That's a good sign. That is indeed got to be a good sign. Okay. As always, as you can see from the title, we're playing Koopa Cape today. I want to get this gold standard. This is day 6 of my return to Koopa Cape to try and save, I'm not kidding, under 100 milliseconds. And it's not going well so far. Actually, it is going well. We're getting enough paces. We got enough paces on day 1. Like, it could just end any attempt. It really could. But today, like I say, we're just trying to get one run. That's all we need is to get one run. I played a little bit off stream last night. I was watching a movie, watched my favourite movie in fact, called About Time, and I was playing Koopa Cape during that movie for like an hour and a half. Got another couple paces. Got a 0.3.4 pace, which is unironically my fastest pace that I think I've ever had on KC. Because that would basically be a 2:18 pace. No, that's not my fastest pace. My fastest pace since returning, which was kind of cool. Kind of cool to get that. But like I say, didn't hold out. Alright, first attempt of the day, let's do this. Oh well, that's rough. I don't like that I can hear Koopa Cape so loudly in my ear holes. I did mess up my headphone volume because I was just editing before this. And I didn't want to edit with headphones on. So what I did instead was boosted my headphone volume and used them as speakers on my desk, which is nice. What I talk about as the game booted up, just the fact that yesterday I was playing the game after stream. I was watching my favourite movie, and I got a real good, well, a good couple of paces, but a really good pace on lap 3 that failed at the Shroomless. So it could be any day now, or any attempt now, I should say. It really could be. Yikes. Okay, it's fine. Warm up. We're warming up. Yikes. Yikes. I think I might put some music on. It's weird having actual headphones on during this. Rather than like earbuds. Because I don't know how much I can endure the torture of Koopa Cape. Not great. Awful, in fact. Yo, what up, Joseph? Mid-lap one, but hey, 0.0 to get things started off today. Can't really complain too much. Okay. Wow. Unfortunate bounces. Yeah, they're just high. Good D-Rust, honestly. The ends have been good, it's just the beginnings of the laps have been atrocious, yeah. That's a shame. Okay. Good warm up. Did I say hi, Joseph? If I didn't, hi. If I did, hi again. What TT category would you say has defined you? Has most defined you? Other than RBC shortcut? That's not fair. That's not fair. You can't take RBC shortcut out of the mix. That is me. Like, that defines my playstyle of like going at a track with my entire personality until it's done, you know? I wouldn't really say there's any other tracks that I've played to that point, you know? Like, even when I get this, it's not going to be with a time that I'm necessarily going to be super happy with. Like, the only other god time I've had that I've like actually grinded for is Rainbow Road, so I'd have to say Rainbow Road if you're going to take RBC shortcut off the table. Obviously, we're basically at the very beginning of this god grind kind of journey that we're on, so. Well, beginning in terms of actually setting times, right? That's a good launch. How's it going, Beanie? It was a good lap. First good lap of the day. Very quickly into it as well. Yeah, wow. Phenomenal. Wow. 0.4. Oh, let me open my pen so I can actually make notes of these again for the video. That was a 0.4, and then Shroomless lap 2, in fact. Cool. And that was at 18:14. Perfect. How did the god times come about? What do you mean? Like in terms of how did my grind for them come about, or as in how did they come about in the community? Two very different avenues of yapping like I could go down. So I'll wait to get an answer before or the latter in the community. Okay, I'm pretty sure they were just a thing, and it wasn't Mario Kart Wii that it happened on. It was across the Mario Kart forums on the players page. And I think I want to say it was Mario Kart 64 that first had standards, and then because it was basically hosted on the same site, all the Mario Kart games now have standards. It was back like, you know, early 20 teens like 2011, 2012, if not before. I actually don't know when they first came about. It was just like forum posts basically discussing like what a theoretical best time would be, right, at that level of gameplay. Which, you know, some of them have held up remarkably. Like Peach Beach is like, yeah, that's a perfect run. In terms of God time is pretty much now as good as it was then, because there's been no strategy developments. Whereas stuff like KC, with the strats at the time, like a 219.8 would have been fucking phenomenal, right? With the old strats, but because of stuff like Manda, because of stuff like Shroomless, the way we're doing it now, that's how come it's not as much of a grind as, you know, as other tracks. I think it's very cool that, you know, the community has these kind of baselines of skill level across all the tracks. The players, you know, still go for them. Oh, player singular? Yeah, just me. True. Well, it's funny, like, the same way that I think whenever I play a time trial, for example, obviously Glitch, right? Whenever I play that, players play that more. They see a streamer, or me in this case, play a track, and they're like, yeah, I want to, you know, I'm interested in playing that track. So people start doing it more, which is a blessing and a curse, you know, in some regards. Oh, hello. And I think the same thing happens if I'm going for this gold grind, which is, honestly, I'm happy about, you know. It's awesome to get people interested in this game in that way, you know. And not necessarily going for gold times on tracks, but going for, you know, King A standards, or, you know, legendary standards, whatever it might be. Or just time trialing more, you know. Hey, Nat. That's a good launch. Feels good to already have that 0.4 under my belt today. Trying to get up the gods, which is the free vehicle options we use for Peach Beach God. Sorry, Peach Gardens God. I feel like Flame Mac and Spear are the only viable vehicles. I'm pretty sure you mean... Pretty sure Hazel means Bowser Bike, Spear Auto Sport Manual. Yeah, there you go. As I'm saying it. I'm torn. It would be interesting for a video to use Spear Auto. I think that would make for an interesting video, but realistically, what would help me as a player and lower my times and potentially be faster to get as well is Flame Runner. So I meant 3 vehicles for all gods. No, actually there's more viable options. You got Rainbow Road Flame Flyer. Obviously you got Daisy Mac, you got Flame Runner, you got Spear, you got Magic Cruiser as well. That's required obviously on Sherbetland. Magic Cruiser is going to be an interesting one, because that's just one I haven't ever touched. Like, not even like dabbled in. I just haven't ever fucking touched that. Ooh, no, maybe I have set a time or two back in like 2011, 2013. Long time ago though. Long time ago. Yeah, like I say, it'll probably end up being either Flame Runner or Spear Auto. And I feel like it does make sense if I'm going for stuff and my general skill level's improving, which I mean it already is just from playing. Flame Runner is probably more likely. Don't like that. Wow, okay. Yo, what up, DWT? And Saint! Yo, yo! Daisy Lee Mac. Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm quite excited for the next video to come out. I recorded the voiceovers. I scripted it yesterday. I was too tired to record the voiceover. So I recorded that and it's edited. I've edited the voiceover down so like all the mistakes and stuff get out. So it's like a 17-minute exploration of task strategies as well, so what I'll call it for now. And hopefully it'll come out in the next like 2 days. There's potential like tonight if I lock in I could probably get it edited. But that's like I've not even started editing it. So the chance of me doing it all in one session is like slim. You know? Thanks, Bradley. And thanks, Luna. Good luck. Can't stay, though. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Now, I've got like 2 hours today, and then I've said I'm going to play a scrim with my clan, which is gonna happen in the 6. I don't mean 6, I mean 8. Or it's in like an hour actually. So we've got like an hour to do this. Definitely achievable. The way we're playing today as well is nice. Yeah. Productive king is interesting. I'll take it, but no. But no. Yeah, well, that's good, Rob. Nice to see so many familiar faces today. My gosh. Finally have a light in my bathroom. Let's go! I did see the lights, that photo you sent me earlier. The lights in the basket. But I didn't want to speculate, you know? Didn't want to speculate over your bathroom. Okay. Every time I get a good beginning. Every single time. Basket full of crap? Nah, it wasn't basket full of crap. Light bulb's good. What else was in there? Loo roll? That's 4 crap, that's not crap. An extension lead? I'm assuming that was for your PC, right? That ain't crap, that's good. I don't remember all of it. I have a weird memory. I have a weirdly good memory for stuff. For stuff. I can't believe how long this grind's gone on for. Every single day I say that, but like... It's actually nuts. Maybe I should pick a track to grind at ESA. Maybe that'll be fun for a video. Can't believe that didn't hit him that round. Ooh, that's not good. What tracks do you have got time on so far? I know for sure RBC, of course, and and Rainbow Road rather. Pretty sure DKJP I also have, thanks to Sign Clip, but honestly not a lot. Was Rainbow Road hard? This guy hasn't seen the video, guys. This guy hasn't seen the video. Shoot me? Yeah, okay. Everyone point and laugh. It wasn't necessarily hard, but it was a long grind. It was so different because it was like I had to not only learn kart properly, but I had to learn all the strats from nothing. Should Daisy Circuit next? I've got a lot of suggestions for what to do next. I think, honestly, the next thing I'm going to do is potentially Waluigi Stadium. Because that will save me the most time on speedruns. Because I don't ever go for turn skip, which I'll need to like properly learn and implement into runs in order to get God standard there. RWS apps, oh no. Oh no. It's kind of making me think though, like, is there any point in me doing speedruns until I've done at least Waluigi Stadium for a little bit? Because like I can save like 5 seconds every time I play RWS if I know how to play it. Well, if I know how to play it better, right? But that's kind of a stupid way to think. I'll probably just do 100% and 32 track skips anyway. And then revisit in the future. I think if this God grind continues and goes well, you know, in the next couple of years, then I could probably contest the 32 tracks no skips record. That would be the ultimate goal, right? Like, I wanted to get a sub 1 hour... Oh, sorry, a sub 1:15, something? I can't remember what it was. Or sub 1 hour in-game time. There was some speedrun like milestone that I wanted to hit with 32 track skips. Good watch. Beginning was shoddy, but watch kind of saved it. Nice. Fuck's sake, man. Okay. Ah, 0.5's good though. 0.5 missed MT, but obviously decent. I feel like we're still somewhat like warming up a little bit, which is interesting. Usually I'm like ready for runs by now, but maybe I am. I'm just like not getting the runs that I want, you know. Yo, it's good regs. Thanks on the luck. That was nice, nice launch. Nice wheelie, buddy. Jesus Christ. That's not great. Yeah, I don't like that because it makes, like, missing that trick or getting a weird line through there makes the whole end really fucking awkward to do. How much does missing MT that? What? Loses the least to miss lose. Wait, what? I am struggling to read. Yeah. Maybe I'm having a stroke. Maybe you have a stroke. Missing an MT loses different amounts depending on which MT you miss, right? Because the point of an MT is to get you back up to full wheelie speed as quickly as possible. Take the turn and get you back up to full speed. So... if you miss one where you're not in a boost directly after, or you know during the waterfall, that's an okay one to miss because you're still going fast forward. Like the worst ones to miss are the ones that have a bit of straight in front of them. That's why missing this one is one of the worst ones to miss in the game, or in this track, because it's basically the longest straight you can miss. There's the longest straight ahead where you can miss the mini turbo. That's just ended. What did you say? No! No! It depends which mini turbo you lose, like which mini turbo you drop. Because the point of a mini turbo is to obviously take the turn and then get you back up to full speed. So missing a mini turbo on the waterfall section, for example, isn't as bad as pushing a mini turbo where there's a straight without any boost happening for a while. Which is why on tracks like Delfino Square, one of the worst ones you can miss is the final turn, because it's just a massive straight where you have to regain your speed, right? So this, missing this one here is like one of the worst ones to miss in this track, because everything else you're like in waterfalls or like gonna be boosting. That being said, I don't know exactly how much it actually does miss in terms of amount of time. I don't think KC Super Slide will actually affect anything. Like, I don't think it will happen because the waterfall section I'm just trying to think like where the fuck it would be useful. It wouldn't. Because basically what you'd have to, what's great about a super slide is you start the lap at 120, right? At maximum speed. So if you can start a lap at 120 on a course, and then even midway through the lap, towards the end of the lap, you have to get ejected from it for whatever reason, that's fine, because you're starting the lap at 120 and utilising that boost, right? The trouble with KC is there's a massive ramp at the beginning. And then, like, variations like the waterfall and that massive ramp just make it so a super slide, even if you could get a super slide quickly, would, like, not even help. Yeah. Super slide waste time, yeah. Tool super slide free run maybe. I do think we're not done with super sliding. I think there's a lot of undiscovered potential with it on certain tracks, but I'm not going to be the one to do that. Like I say, I'll be going for super slide 3-lap Luigi circuit at some point. Because it's cool. It's cool. Oh, the discussion about vehicles earlier. Of course, Warrior Bike. Warrior Bike there, and also Shooting Star on Mushroom Gorge, you know? So there's actually a good variation of combos in this game now. Which is kind of cool. Like, that's awesome. Of course, Phantom for Rainbow Road Glitch as well. Isn't Warrior Bike the only super slidable bike? That's technically an incorrect statement. It's the only super slidable you can super slide with any bike, but to make it faster around a full track, yes, Warrior Bike is the only super slidable bike. Which is awesome. Yeah, Rapide is going to be an interesting one. Well, the glitches in this game are something else, you know. This is a great lap. Oh, okay, wow. So fast I had to frickin' swerve out of the way of that one. Ah, so annoying, man. Still a 46.9. Still a 46.9 with that garbage, like, actually. That's nuts. Shy Guy Beach is what SGB is. Yeah, to be fair, if you don't know the track names in this game, it's like, it's rougher. This is the run, I bet. Nice launch. I mean, honestly, immaculate beginning of lap 1. Oh, fuck off, dude. Okay. Good beginning, though. Really, really good. It's 2 back-to-back great beginnings. That's fine. Hopped over the ramp anyway. Come on. Doable. Nice. Nice, okay. Okay. Oh great, we'll miss that too. Fuck's sake, dude. Ah! 0.5 again. The 30 tracks require you to play tracks in order, yes. You can pick your starting track, but it requires you to play them in order. Which makes sense. Especially for, you know, splitting. Okay, here's the download. I'm going to be listening to a podcast. So if I don't talk, that's why. But I've got to keep the vibes up somehow. With the way that Shroomless is fucking it. Damn. Yeah, what good, FCO? What good? What good, FCO? Let me turn this podcast down. I'm focusing too much on the podcast. There needs to be background noise. That's good. Unfortunately, we are still on Koopa Caping. I know. It's not great. I won't lie, it's not great. This is day 6 of the grind. Of the return. Bearing in mind, I'm pretty sure the original grind took like 8 days. I think to learn the track in its entirety took like 8 days. Like, it wasn't that long. I don't think it was like more than like 2 weeks. And we went down from like not playing the track at all to a 218.9. Sorry, 219.8. And now I can't knock 0.1 off. Is like frustrating. Like, maybe I'm washed, but I'm getting good laps still. Naming it to Koopa Cape. Yeah. Koopa Coupe. Sounds good though. Give me a Koopa Cabriolet, man. Damn. I'll get there eventually. It just needs me to like no life this. Which is never a good sign, but like, it's okay. Yeah, they're going to trademark it. Bro, of course they will. Of course they will, man. Taking our ideas. Come over here, stealing our ideas, taking our jobs. Like, come on. Oh, that's annoying. Time for the 4th record in 3 days. Not on this track. My man, not on this track. Oh, Power from Wonder was stolen. Mario World Pack. I mean, the thing is, right? Even if it is, what can you do? You're modifying Nintendo's property. Alright. In a way, it's kind of like endearing, but I get it can be like... How can they take that without saying anything? Please, man. Come on. Tiles putting you to shame right now? No. That's simply not the case, but sure, man. Sure, man. Really gets your nerves with this kind of behaviour? Nah, Nintendo as a company is notorious, or at least has been historically, for taking down shit like that. But like, in a way, like the way I tried to see it is like, they've taken that thing from this game that is clearly made by fans of the game. In the same way that CGP is made by fans of Mario Kart Wii, right? Like diehard fans of Mario Kart Wii who won't want to leave the game. And they take this thing that is clearly a good idea, and they put it into actuality, right? Into a main game. And that's not, I didn't say